Rama 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 Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Ayodhyapati Raja Ramachandra Maharaj Ki Sita Maharani Ki Pavan Sutta Hanuman Ki Varnanam Artha Sanghanam Prasanam Chandasamapi Mangalanam Chakartaru Vande Vani Vinayako Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sita Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharinau Vande Vishuddha Vijnanau Kavishwara Kavishwaru Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Arukya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokiram Anjananandanam Veeram Janaki Shokanashanam Kabishamakshahuntaram Vande Lanka Bhayankaram Anjaneya Vatipadalanam Kanchanati Kamaniya Vigraham Parijata Dharmula Vasinam Bhavayami Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakaanjali Vashpavari Paripurna Lochanam Marugim Namadarakshasantakam Shri Raghavam Dasharathatmayam Apramayam Sitapatim Raghugurahan Vayaratna Deepam Ajanubham Aravinda Dalayakaksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami Namostu Ramaya Salakshmanaya Devye Chatasye Janakatmajaye Namostu Rudrendrayamanilebhyaha Namostu Chandrarkamaruggadebhyaha Janaki Kanta Smaranam. Good evening to all of you. Thank you, Ranganathan sir, for arranging this program and introducing me. So, in the next 1 hour and 15 minutes or so, we are going to have this discourse on Sundara Kandam. I am sure many of you have listened to Ramayana discourses in your mother tongue, either in Tamil or Hindi or Kannada. I mean, listening to an English discourse looks a bit odd. But again, English being a language that most of us use commonly these days. So here is an attempt to bring, a discourse in the English language. So, as Sir said, we all know Srimad Ramayana has multiple kandas or books or chapters. So, Bala Kanda. It deals, as the name goes, with the childhood of Sri Rama. Rama and the brothers being born, Rama winning Sita in Swayamvara and getting married to Sita, living happily in Ayodhya. That is Balakanda. The next Kanda is Ayodhya Kanda that describes the happening in Ayodhya. So Dasharatha decides to crown Rama as the Yuvaraja, and the Kaikeyi demands 2 boons, and the king is bound by the promise of Satya and Dharma. So the Rama goes to forest, Dasharatha dies. Then Bharata comes back. He asks Rama to take the kingdom again. Rama refuses, and then Bharata starts ruling with Rama's Patakas. That is Ayodhya Kanda. The third Kanda is Aranya Kanda. Aranya means forest. So Rama's life in the forest. So Rama kills the Rakshasa Viraja, and he meets many rishis and munis. And rishis living in places like Chitrakuta and Dandakaranya, they come and tell Rama about all the tortures being meted out to them by the Rakshasas living in the forest. How the Rakshasas have turned forest into a horrible place. And then Rama takes a pledge to kill all the Rakshasas. Then the Shurpanakha episode happens. And Ravana comes, abducts Sita with the golden deer. And then Jataayu dies, makes a supreme sacrifice, trying to save Sita. And with that, Narayana ends. The Kishkindha Kanda describes the happenings in Kishkindha, where Rama makes a friendship with Sugriva. He kills Vali, makes Sugriva the king. And then the Vanarasa are sent all over the place to look for Sita, to search Sita. And then the fifth Kanda comes, which is Sundara Kanda. Let's go to the sixth Kanda, which is named Yuddha Kanda. So Yuddha is war, as we all know. So it describes the war, the Rama-Ravana war, where the great Vanara armies and the Rakshasa armies fight with each other, and the war ends, and the Rama returns to Ayodhya and becomes the king. That is Yuddha Kanda. So if you see, the names of all the Kandas are very direct. But this fifth Kanda is named Sundara Kanda. Sundara means beauty, as we all know. And what kind of beauty is there in this Kanda, really? If you have read the Ramayana, so Sita is in the Ashokavana. She is undergoing extreme suffering. And Rama is in separation of Sita. He is really tormented by the thoughts of Sita, and he is clueless as to where Sita is, how to find her. So amidst this great grief and suffering, then Hanuman comes, and Hanuman really brings solace to both Rama and Sita. And there is beauty and in the love of Rama and Sita that is evident in this Kanda. There is beauty in the way Hanuman really brings hope and cheer to Rama and Sita, and whoever listens to this story. And that is why this Kanda is named as Sundara Kanda. And compared to all the other Kandas, the events of this Kanda are very short in duration. It is just like 2 days of events that are described in this Kanda, in the Ramayana. So, the reason why they say listening to Sundara Kanda is very auspicious, right? So people who cannot study the whole Ramayana, who cannot do the pata of the full Ramayana, they only study this chapter, and they say that it brings immense benefits. So we need to understand this with a feeling and emotion. It is not that the words or the shlokas in this Kanda are very powerful. That is at one level. Of course, the whole of Ramayana is described as Arsha, or it is born from a rishi, right? So it is sacred and auspicious. So the words do have their power, but more than that, it is the story. So when someone studies Sundara Kanda, the more you get immersed into the story and involve yourself with the story, that brings you mental strength, mental peace, and whatever things that are troubling you, that are tormenting you, if you are in some distress, if you are in suffering, if you don't have peace. So immersing yourself in this story and identifying yourself with the spirit of Sri Rama and Sita and Hanuman, that brings you peace, and that brings you auspiciousness. And that is why it is said that reading or listening to Sundara Kanda is very auspicious. So with that mindset, we must listen to this story. So Vanaras are going all around to search for Sita. So one group of Vanaras are sent to the north, the others are sent to east and west. And the Sugriva knows that when Ravana was abducting Sita in the Pushpaka Vimana, and when the Vimana was flying over the skies, and Sita sees the Vanaras, right, a group of monkeys who were on the hilltop, and she drops her ornaments there. So Vanaras kind of know that a lady was being abducted by the Rakshasa Ravana, and his flying car was going in that direction. So though Vanaras are sent in all the directions, Sugriva is very clear and he has a hunch that it is in the southern direction that Ravana has kidnapped Sita, and his capital Lanka lies in the southern direction. So he makes the best team of Vanaras to go in the southern directions. Who are they? Angada, the crown prince, the son of Vali. So he is the commander-in-chief of the Vanara army going to the southern direction. Jambavan, the eldest of the Vanaras, who is the mighty bear. Nala, Neela, and two great fierce fighters in the Vanara army. And Hanuman, who is the minister of Sugriva, and on whom Sugriva places the great trust of accomplishing anything in the world. So these great chosen Vanaras are sent in the southern direction. So they cross many rivers and forests, and they keep on searching Sita here and there, everywhere, and they could not find her. And finally, they come to the southern seashore, and they encounter the Mahendra Parvata there. And then they have this big ocean staring at them, and they are already tired. And Sugriva, being a very strict manager and leader, he has given them a specific deadline to find Sita. And he has also given a warning that if the Vanaras do not return finding Sita, the punishment will be severe. So all the Vanaras are all worried. What will happen? And on top of that, as brave and courageous warriors, they themselves think that it is a big failure on their part if they cannot find Sita and return to Kishkinda and report that to Sugriva. So when Vanaras are all sitting like this and discussing this, the bird Sampati, right? So he sees them, and in fact Vanaras decide to starve and die so that they don't have to return back to Kishkinda without any news about Sita. So Sampati, which is a very old bird, so he cannot fly around and look for his prey. So whoever comes and dies there, the eagle, Sampati is an eagle, he is the brother of Jataayu, right? So he is waiting when the Vanaras will die so that I can devour them. It will be a good meal for a few days. So he is a divine bird, so he is able to hear whatever the Vanaras are speaking. And when the Vanaras are lamenting about it, they are saying that, oh, Jataayu died fighting to save Sita. And immediately somebody gets curious. Jataayu died? He cries. And then he slowly comes near the Vanaras and he asks them, oh monkeys, please tell me, how do you know Jataayu died? Then they describe the whole thing. And then Sampati, the divine bird, so he is in that condition due to the curse of the Rishi. Okay? So he became immobile due to a curse of a Rishi. And the shapa vimochana for him is that when he involves himself into the work of Sri Rama, his shapa will be relieved and he will be back to normal again. And then he tells the Vanaras that, though I have become very old and immobile, my eyesight is still very sharp, and eagles have the sharpest eyesight. So I will, in fact, I saw some demon carrying a woman in the sky some time back. I still remember that. But I will use my eyesight, and I will see whether I can see anything on the other shore. And then he spots the city of Lanka and tells the Vanaras that the Lanka lies there on the other shore of the ocean. So, and he wishes them good luck, and he gets his wings back again and flies again. Then one problem is solved for the Vanaras. Okay, now they know that Sita is on the other shore. Then they start discussing who has the capability to jump across this ocean. Every Vanara comes. So Kumda comes and says, I can jump 10 yojanas. Mainda comes and says, I can jump 20 yojanas. Dvivida comes, I can jump 30 yojanas. Angada says, I can jump all the 100 yojanas of this ocean. So that is the length of the ocean. Okay? Shata yojana vistirnam. So they have heard from their elders and everyone that the ocean is 100 yojanas long. I can jump all these 100 yojanas, but I won't be alive or not after that. I can't say. So when the Vanaras are discussing like this, fiercely, there is one person who is sitting in the corner, all alone, silent. He doesn't even talk. Jambavan goes to him, and then he shakes him. He pats on his shoulders and says, Hanuman, why are you sitting here alone? If there is one person who can accomplish this task now, it is you. your own strength. Oh Hanuman, when you were a child, you wanted to touch the sun. You thought the glowing sun, the reddish yellow sun was a nice fruit. You wanted to eat it. Then you fly off into the sky. So much was your power that Indras and other devas got afraid. So Indra attacked you with his vajra, and then you just fell on a mountain, and due to which, your jaws became reddish, and that's how the name Hanuman came to you. Such great power that you have, and to match that power, you are so humble. You have such great intelligence. You are the master of all the shastras. You have everything that it takes for a valiant man to accomplish this mission. You are the one who is suitable for this. After listening to this, Hanuman comes, and then he assures the Vanaras, I will do this. At this point, the Sundara Kandam starts. Okay? So whatever story I was saying till now, this is still the ending of Kishkindha Kanda. ततो रावणनीतायाः सीतायाः शत्रुकर्षणः ये शपदमन्वेष्टुं चारणाचरिते पथि. Having known Sita is on the other shore in Lanka, Hanuman prepares to take a great leap of this ocean. And he climbs a small hillock, the Mahendra Parvata, so that he gets a good height from where he can make a flight into the sky. When Hanuman climbs that mountain, that whole mountain shakes. The snakes and other animals living in the mountains, they get afraid as if the mountain is going to break. And the trees that are on that mountain, they feel a slight tremor. And the Kinnaras and Gandharvas and Vidyadharas who are living in the caves of that mountain, they get trembled. What is happening to this mountain? They all fly off. And with such great vigor and power, Hanuman climbs that mountain. He stands on that mountain. He takes a big form so that he gets the large mass and height to make this flight. And he looks like the great Trivikrama. When Mahavishnu took the avatar of Trivikrama to measure the three worlds, Hanuman looks like that. He looks like the second mountain standing on the Mahendra mountain. That majestic sight of Hanuman, all the Vanaras, they lift their necks and they look at Hanuman's form in air. And from the sky, Apsaras, Devas and Gandharvas, they all look at this wondrous form of Hanuman. And then, what Hanuman? He closes his eyes. He tightens his hands. He tightens his legs. He contracts his whole body. And then he draws all his vital forces into his heart. See, when we read Ramayana, we see that, Hanuman flew off. But if you really read the descriptions in the Valmiki Ramayana, all this points out to a yoga siddhi called Akasha Gamanam, which is described later by Patanjali Maharshi as one of the 8 yoga siddhis that the yogis gave. So, and then withdrawing his vital forces, Durodha Hridaye Prana Akasham Avalokaya. So the mental power of the yogi becomes so much that whatever he contemplates, he gets the power to go over that. So Hanuman stares the sky, and through all this, he gains the siddhi of Akasha. And then he thunders. He says, Yatha Raghava Nirmuktaha Sharashvasana Vikramaha Gachet Tatvad Gamishyami Lankam Ravana Palita. Like the arrow that is shot from Rama's bow, I will jump to Lanka. The Lanka protected by Ravana. With that force, see Rama's arrow, always travels with great force and hits its aim. So here Hanuman compares his flight with Rama's arrow, Ramavan. I will go all the way to the Lanka. If I don't find Lanka, Sita in the Lanka, if Ravana has hidden her somewhere, I will go to all the three worlds. I will go to the Patala Loka, I will go to the Naga Loka, and I will fulfill my mission, and I won't return without fulfilling my mission. So, thundering this, Hanuman just leaps into the sky. With the force with which Hanuman takes a leap, all the trees that are standing on the Mahendra mountain, they just get uprooted. They also travel with Hanuman for some distance. And all the flowers in those trees, they are showered on Hanuman. As if the nature itself is showering flower petals on Hanuman for the great deed he is doing. And these trees, because of the momentum and the force, they just travel with Hanuman for a short distance. Just like a way, when some people, when they give a send-off to their relatives, they just walk for some distance and then return back. All these trees, they just fly with Hanuman and then they come back into the mountain. And Hanuman just flies high into the sky. He goes into the clouds. Suddenly he is not seen. And then he gets revealed. So as if, on a moonlit night, the way the clouds hide and reveal the moon, so beautifully Hanuman travels in the sky. And his tail raised high in the sky. It looks like Indra Dhwaja, Indra's flag, that is established during the festivals by people. So all the three worlds are looking at this sight in great awe and wonder. And Hanuman is flying. He flies so fast, and suddenly he sees something coming up from the middle of the ocean. What is that? It is a small mountain that is just springing out. The Mainaka mountain. And the mountain starts speaking. Oh, great Vanara, welcome to you. I am Mainaka, the great mountain. And then I really want to give you hospitality, because I am indebted to your father, the wind god Vayu. Once upon a time, all mountains in the world had wings, and they were creating havoc everywhere, flying here and there and causing trouble to people. So looking at this, Indra, he cut the wings of all the mountains so that they just stay at one place. But Vayu, your father, took compassion on me. He just carried me into this ocean. So I am the only mountain in the world now with wings. I want to pay back that debt. And this great ocean, which is called Sagara, because the ocean was dug in the world by the king Sagara, who is an ancestor of Rama. So we both want to pay our debt to you, because you are going to do the work of Rama, the Ikshvaku prince. So I request you to just stay on my peaks, take rest for some time, and then go. So Hanuman listens to all this, and then he says, "Oh mountain, Bhadram te, may all good come to you. But I am in Rama-Katha now. I cannot rest even for a second. So I really appreciate your gesture." And then Hanuman goes, he just pats the mountain with his hands, and he hits his shoulder to the mountain lovingly, and then he says, "Jai Shri Ram," and then flies off. So further down he flies. And then suddenly, one Rakshasi with fierce appearance appears from nowhere. "I am Surasa, the Nagamata," she says. The mother of snake god, Surasa. So Devas had sent her to test Hanuman, whether he will really be able to complete his journey and do their work. Because the killing of Ravana is something which Devas are looking forward eagerly, because they are tormented so much by Ravana, that they really want him to be killed. And for that to happen, a warrior like Hanuman should accomplish this mission. So this Nagamata, and she talks to Hanuman, "Oh monkey, wait, stop." Hanuman just stops on the sky. She tells him, "I have been given a boon by Lord Brahma that whoever passes through sky in this ocean, he will become food to me." So that boon of Brahmadeva should come true. So please get ready to become my food, oh Vanara, she says. So Hanuman looks at her. "Oh Devi, okay, it is very important that Brahma's boon should be honored." And then he becomes bigger than Surasa's mouth. She looks at her. "Oh, okay." Then she makes her mouth bigger than Hanuman. So Hanuman grows 50 yojanas. Surasa grows 70 yojanas. Hanuman makes his size 100 yojanas. Surasa makes her size 150 yojanas. Hanuman becomes 200 yojanas. Surasa's mouth becomes 300 yojanas. At that point, Hanuman really becomes a very, very, very small monkey. He just jumps right into Surasa's mouth. He goes all the way into her stomach and comes back. And then he says, "Mata, namaste. Now I have gone inside your stomach. I have become your food and come back. Please allow me to go." So then Surasa says, "What a trick." And then all the devas cheer Hanuman's intelligence. And then they praise him. And Hanuman continues his leap further. And when he keeps flying, he feels suddenly that his speed is getting slowed down. What is happening? He is wondering. And then he sees that there is a ghost, there is a Bhuta, which is called Angaradhara, which is also called Simhika, which is catching the shadow of the flying Hanuman. So as the Bhuta is catching the shadow of Hanuman's speed is getting slowed down. So he had heard about this Bhuta from Sugriva. So he comes near the Bhuta and starts fighting with the Bhuta. And he just enters into the mouth of the Bhuta and tears the Simhika Bhuta into pieces. And then all the devas and all the beings in the ocean are pleased that this cruel Bhuta who was living in the ocean is dead due to the valor of Hanuman. And then the devas come in the sky and they praise Hanuman. "Yes, yatveda vichatvari vanarendra yathatava dhritir dishtir matir darksham swagharmasuna sidati." There are 4 qualities that are in you, oh Vanarendra. What are they? Dhritihi, drishtihi, matihi, darksham. What is dhriti? Dhriti is bravery, firmness. Drishti, vision. Mati, intelligence. Darksham means firmness, dexterity. So dhriti, drishti, mati, darksham. These 4 qualities, whoever has even one of these 4 qualities, all his actions will succeed in a great way. Oh Vanarendra, in you, all these 4 qualities are abundant. You will accomplish all your tasks. So they hail him with great praises. And with that, so this is why, whoever wants these great qualities, we must contemplate on Hanuman. Hanuman epitomizes these great qualities: bravery, vision, intelligence, skill. We have this famous shloka, buddhir balam, yashodhairyam, nirbhayatvam, arogata, ajadyam, vakpatutvancha, Hanuman smaranam. So these are all the great qualities which Hanuman epitomizes. And then Hanuman nicely lands into the other shore. He lands into the Arishta hill. And Valmiki says, "Sacharu nanavida rupadhari, param samasadhya samudrakira, nanavida rupadhari." So Hanuman takes highly delightful and multiple forms, Nana Vidha Rupadhari. You see Hanuman as a Veera Anjaneya in most of the temples in Karnataka. So he is holding the mountain and the Gada and in a majestic form. You just go to Tamil Nadu, you always see Bhakta Anjaneya folding his hands in humility. And then there is Hanuman, who is like a very small, young, little monkey boy. We see paintings of Hanuman like that. And then there is Hanuman, who is very aged, who is like a Dada Hanuman reading Ramayana. You have seen such pictures. So, whatever form Hanuman takes, it is so delightful. Sacharu Nana Vidha Rupadhari. That is Hanuman. And then Hanuman looks at this golden city of Lanka, perched on the top of the Trikuta mountain, and he is amazed. What a city! Now, all the wealth in the three worlds these Rakshasas have usurped, and they have built this city. And the city has, and how the Vanaras are going to come here, how we are going to fight this war and win over Ravana. All these thoughts come into Hanuman's mind. But then he is just focused on the next act. Now I have to enter the city. How do I do it? And then he decides, if I go in this big form, I will be visible to everyone. And then he makes his form so small, like a cat. So such small monkey form he takes, and he tries to sneak into the fortifications of the Lanka city. The Lanka fort is so big, so impenetrable, that Kambar says, the great Tamil poet who has written Kamba Ramayana in Tamil, Karand Kalpuga, Kadiravan Golipuga, Marali Magam Puga, Marali Maram Puga, Yeni Vanavar Pugar and Kaivampi. The air cannot enter into this city without Ravana's orders. So, the wind can enter Lanka, but it cannot cause cyclones or other troubles to the people there, because it has to obey Ravana's orders. Okay? Even the rays of the sun, it will enter Lanka. It won't be like scorching heat. It will be very pleasant all the time to the citizens of Lanka, because Surya has to obey Ravana's orders. Even Yama cannot enter this impenetrable city. He has to obey Ravana's orders. If such is the case, how can Dharma enter this city? The poet asks. Dharma is so subtle, it is not even powerful. But Dharma is eternal. So it is the sarcasm of the poet that nothing can enter in this city, including Dharma. And that is why this city is going to ruin. It is going to get destroyed. The poet says. Such impregnable wall, Hanuman tries to jump over it. Hey, stop! A voice comes. There is one big guardian spirit. Her name is Lankini, which a fierce form, a Rakshasi with a Trishula, is standing there. Hey, little monkey, what are you doing? Who are you? Then Hanuman looks at her. Oh, you are the security, okay. Hello madam. I am a tourist. I just saw this city. It looks so nice. I have come here to just look around. I will just see this and then go back. Just the way I came. Then the Rakshasi says, tourist? Ha! Without my permission, no one can enter this city. So she tries to squeeze Hanuman, because he is so small and the Rakshasi is so big. So when her hand just comes near Hanuman, he takes a very big form and then he punches her in his chest, that she just falls. Oh, with a big cry. The thud, she falls and says, oh, Vanara, now I remember Brahma's curse. So, when I was appointed as the guardian of this city, there was a prophecy that this Lanka will be mighty and powerful for a long time. One day, a small monkey will come, and when the monkey punches you and you fall, that is when the fall of this city is going to start. This was Brahma's prophecy. Now I remember that. Oh, Vanaram, please go inside. Do whatever you want. I give you permission, she says. Gets up, takes her Trishula and starts guarding the city. So Hanuman enters. He sees the streets, the palaces, the fortifications, the armies, the richness and the power and the might of Lanka all around. So it is the late evening, the night is about to start, and all kinds of sounds are coming in the city of Lanka. So from one side, there is the sound of music and dance. So the Rakshasa women are singing and dancing. And from the other side, the chanting of Vedas. So the Rakshasas also know Vedas. They are conducting yajnas and worships. And from the other side, there is the sound of elephants and horses and the warriors practicing the warfare. So amidst all this, so with wonderment, Hanuman roams around. He gets into the main palace area. So from palace to palace he jumps. Kumbhakarna's palace, Indrajit's palace, Vibhishana's palace. Everywhere he searches for Sita. He goes to the courtyards. He goes to Panashala, which means bar. You know, the Rakshasas have their own big bar where they are drinking and making merry and eating all kinds of foods and meats. And he sees all that, the arrogance of the Rakshasas and how they are intoxicated in lust and all these sensual pleasures. Nowhere he is finding Sita. Then he sees the mightiest, majestic palace. He enters that. It looks like the Kailasa mountain. So he sees chamber, the richly decorated chambers. And there are beautiful looking women in all those chambers. Oh, this is the Antapura of Ravana. Hanuman speculates, and that is true. So the women of various genres, the human woman, the Gandharva woman, the Daiva woman, the Kinnara woman, all kinds of women who have been captured by Ravana and have yielded to his desire and have become his wives and paramours. They are all there in various positions. Some of them are asleep, some of them are half asleep, some of them are still playing the veena. So Hanuman crosses these chambers one by one, and none of these women look like Sita. And then he goes to another inner chamber where he sees Ravana, who is sleeping, snoring like a mountain. Oh, and surrounding him are again many women in half sleep and full sleep positions. And oil lamps are lit. They are so bright. So the poet says, the oil lamps are so bright that at last, now the Rakshasa is sleeping, they can stare at his wives peacefully. That even those lamps fear Ravana's command. So that's what the poet intends to say here. And Hanuman sees all this, and then suddenly his gaze goes to a bed chamber where he sees a lady who is so divinely beautiful sleeping. He has all the lakshanas of a Uttama Stree. And then he says, "Oh, I have found Sita." And then he jumps like a monkey. And then he pats his shoulders. He kisses his tail. Aspotayama Sachichumba Pucham. You know, Hanuman. He's still a monkey. So all the monkeying Hanuman does. And then he cheers, and it is just for a minute. And then Hanuman thinks, what mistake am I committing? This lady, with all the ornaments and the decorations, she is sleeping in the royal chamber. Can this be Sita? Will Sita ever do this in Ravana's palace? This must be some other divine lady. And she is perhaps Ravana's Pattamadishi. So that is Mandodari. So she is also a divine woman. So Hanuman realizes his mistakes. And then he starts searching. Everywhere. Again he goes and he is not able to find Sita. And now Hanuman is really worried. He says, inch by inch, I have roamed everywhere in this city in the night, very fast. I have seen in all possible places. And being a Naishtika Brahmachari, who is controlled in all his senses, I have entered the Antapura and I have seen all the sleeping women. Why did I do that? Because if a woman has to be searched, she has to be searched only in the women's quarters. But my mind is not perturbed even 1 inch by any of the sights that I saw. Because my mind is already given to Rama and I am looking for Sita. But in spite of all this search, I am not finding Sita. What will happen now? And then Hanuman starts thinking. So he gets into despair and Hanuman argues with himself. What will happen now? If I can't find Sita, and if I either go back and give this news or don't go back, in either of the case, Rama and Lakshmana will lose all hope and they will perhaps die. And my master Sugriva and the entire Vanara kingdom, Sugriva has made a promise to Rama that he will help find Sita. The whole Vanara kingdom will perish. So hearing Rama's plight in the forest, Ayodhya's, the entire population of Ayodhya will come into big distress. Bharata, Shatrugna, Kausalya, Kaikeyi, Mata, the whole Ikshvaku kingdom will perish. Oh, what a great calamity that is going to come. And in spite of having crossed the ocean, in spite of searching so much, I am not finding Sita. What is this? Maybe the right thing for me to do is to kill myself. But Shastras say that one should not commit suicide. So I will just go to a forest. I will become a monk and I will spend my rest of life like this. Hanuman thinks like this. So now you may wonder, what is this? We all have heard about Hanuman being such a great, powerful God. Whatever troubles that we undergo, we come to the feet of Hanuman. Does Hanuman get into such despair? Yes. That's how Valmiki describes it. See, it is very important to read Valmiki's Ramayana, which is Itihasa. So, as you all know, Valmiki's Ramayana is the Adikavya. So, Valmiki lived during the same times in which Rama lived. So, Valmiki knows the exact happenings of the epic through Jnana-drishti and through Narada's sayings. So, the entire depiction of Valmiki, if you read, is that it is very human in nature. In fact, Rama, Sita, Hanuman, every character in the Ramayana is completely human. The divinity of Rama and Sita emerges only in the last stage, after the war is over. The Devas come and praise Rama. Oh, you are Narayana, you are Srishtikarta, Vishnu. Then Rama says, Atmanam Manusham Manye, Raman Dasharathatmija. I consider myself as a human, son of Dasharatha. So with all the human emotions, Valmiki has written this beautiful story. Why? Because the whole purpose of Rama Avatara is to live humanity, to guide humanity, to teach human values. So every other emotional ups and downs, the strengths and weaknesses that a normal human would have, the characters undergo all those feelings. That is how it is described in Valmiki Ramayana. So Hanuman has all these thoughts and Valmiki describes them so faithfully. And just at the end of this, when Hanuman has reached his logical end, Hanuman just shakes himself. He says, why am I getting into this despair? Does it befit a Veera, a valiant man like me? Anirveda Shriyo Moolam, Anirveda Param Sukham, Anirvedo hi Satatam, sarvartheshu pravartakaha. It is the perseverance, it is the spirit of cheer that brings great good to all. That is the root of all great deeds. And anyone who wants to accomplish any task, he needs to be cheerful and should not lose his hope. So, why this despair has come? Then Hanuman jumps, and then he just takes, he just encircles his eyesight all around, and then he spots a place. Oh, that looks like a garden with a fort. I have not seen that place. Okay, let me go. And then some kind of cheer emerges in his heart. I am very confident, I am very hopeful that I will find Sita here. And he sees that nice Ashoka grove with tall trees, and before entering it, Hanuman in his heart goes to Rama and Lakshmana. And then with fervent respect and feeling, he prays to them. Namostu Ramaya Salakshmanaya. Namaskaras to Rama. Namaskaras to Lakshmana, he says. And then he realizes, whom am I searching? Is she an ordinary person? She is Sita. She is the very life and very heart and very life force of Rama. And then, without her grace, how can I see her? And she does namaskaram to her. Namostu devyai janakatmajayai. Namostu ramaya salakshmanaya. Namostu devyai janakatmajayai. Janaka's daughter, Devi, Sita. Namaskaram to her. Namostu rudrendra yamanilebhyaha. Namostu chandra kamarugganebhyaha. All devatas. Rudra, Indra, Marut, Yama, Surya, Chandra, all devatas, let them bless me in my mission. So after paying his respects to all of them, Hanuman enters that grove. He looks all around. Then he says, it's such a scenic place. There is a beautiful stream here. There are nice trees with flowers. I have heard Sita loves nature a lot. So maybe she might come here. So with these thoughts, Hanuman goes around. And then there is a tree. There is a Shimshupa tree. Shimshupa is some kind of flower. I forgot the botanical name. It is a real tree. So at the root of that tree, she sees a lady with her shining yellow garment, sitting with her head bent. It looks as if she is crying. She is in some extreme pain. But in spite of that, there is a glow and light all around her at the root of that tree. She looks like a wilted lotus. She looks like a deer that is caught between a hound of tigers that is chasing the deer. She looks like a she-elephant which has been separated from her clan under the control of lions and hunters. She looks like fire covered in smoke. She looks like a fallen treasure. She looks like a moon covered by clouds. Such woman Hanuman sees. And then he says, let me get a better view of her. He climbs a tree. Now he is a very small monkey, so nobody can see him. So he hides himself amidst the leaves, and he takes a look at that lady. Oh, she has all the divine qualities, the divine lakshanas, exactly the way Rama described about Sita. Am I seeing her, the great Sita? And then he looks at her face. He says, what a divine face. And the poise and the glow. She looks exactly befitting to Rama's grace and Rama's majesty. And then he says, just by looking at her for a few minutes, the kind of peace the kind of cheer my heart gets. She is not an ordinary woman. For the sake of this, now I can understand why Rama suffers so much in her separation. Even if Rama turns the world upside down for the sake of this lady, that is justifiable. Just after seeing Sita for a few minutes, Hanuman says, Rajyam va trishu lokeshu, Sita va janakatmaja. If there is the kingdom of all the three worlds on this side, and on this side there is just Sita, the daughter of Janaka. Trailokya Rajyam Sakalam, Sitaya Natnuyat Kalam. The kingdom of all the three worlds will not even match 1/10 of the grace of this lady, Sita. Hanuman thinks. She is weak, but she is the epitome of austerity. She is suffering. She is deep in thought. And Rama is, I have seen how Rama suffers in her separation. Now I can understand. Stri pranashteti karunyat. So Rama suffers so much because he has compassion. A lone woman kidnapped by the Rakshasas. What is happening to her? That compassion is in his mind. So Rama is suffering. Ashritetya nrisamshyataha. So this lady, he has come after she got married to Rama. It is Rama's duty to protect her. But she has been kidnapped. So there is lapse on Rama's duty. So thinking about that, Rama is suffering. Patni nashteti shoke. I have lost my wife, my dharma patni, who was with me all the time, who was cooking my meal every time, who was with me when we were receiving the rishis and munis in our ashrama in the forest. She is lost. So Rama is suffering because of Piveti Madanena, out of his love for his wife. Rama is suffering. So Hanuman is thinking all this. And then he looks around. There are horrible looking Rakshasis surrounding Sita. There are Rakshasis who are tiger faced, who are pig faced, who are lion faced, who are eagle faced, and all kinds of Rakshasis with 1 eye, 2 eyes, 3 eyes, 4 eyes, 5 eyes in the stomach. There are Rakshasis with 10 hands, 5 legs, 10 legs. Horrible looking Rakshasis of all colors surrounding her. And Hanuman is in utter shock. Then he sees Sita again. He thinks to himself, Naisha pasyati rakshasyo, neman pushpa kaladima. She doesn't even look at those Rakshasis. She doesn't even look at those flowers and trees and fruits that are. What does she look at? Ekastha hridaya nunam ramameva anupashyati. She doesn't look anything outside. She is only looking inside her heart. Ramameva anupashyati. He is looking Rama alone in her heart. Ekastha hridaya nunam. That is the only thing in her heart. So when Hanuman is thinking all this, slowly it is the dawn. So after Hanuman's search is over, so the next day is starting, and the birds have started chirping in the Ashoka Vatika. And Hanuman doesn't even realize this. Oh, it is the dawn. And suddenly there are drum beats, and there is a big sound coming, as if something is happening. And then he sees the Ravana entering that Ashoka Vatika with a big entourage. All his servants and the flag bearers, and he is surrounded by many women, his wives. And now in the dawn light, Hanuman takes a look at him. Oh, this was the Rakshasa whom I saw sleeping last night. And Ravana's eyes are red. It is evident that he is drunk, he is intoxicated. So just after getting up at the early morning, he comes here with his whole entourage. And looking at As the Ravana's entourage approaches, Sita trembles like a tree in the wind, and she covers her like this. And then Ravana comes, sits in front of Sita. Oh, beauty, how many times I have to plead with you. Every day I am pouring my heart out to you. Your youth is spending day by day. Why don't you accept my proposal? Do you know who I am? I have conquered all the 3 worlds. All the devas are my servants. And every other woman, Deva, Kinnara, Gandharva, Yaksha, Rakshasa, they all, I have so many wives, but still my heart only seeks you. And accept my proposal, become my wife. You will become the queen of all these women in all the 3 worlds. Let us enjoy the world. Let us enjoy all the pleasures of the world. So Ravana goes on talking like this again and again. You are still thinking about that poor fellow Rama. He may not even be alive now. You know, he would have searched you around here and there, and finally he would have cried for a few days, and along with his brother he would have died now. And why are you unnecessarily waiting for him? Oh, woman, accept my proposal. And then shamelessly, this fellow Ravana, he prostrates in front of her, and she says, oh beauty, accept my proposal. So all these talks of Ravana are exactly like a psycho who is caught in his lust, who is caught in moha and kama. And Ravana has this curse that without the acceptance of a lady, if he touches a woman, his head will break into multiple pieces. So one Ravana, out of his arrogance, was going into all the 3 worlds, and he raped many women without their consent. One Apsara, she gave a curse to Ravana that if Ravana touches a woman without her consent, his head will break. And this is one reason why Ravana pleads to Sita like that. The second reason, so this is one explanation. The other explanation is Ravana, the moment he sees Sita first, he is taken over by her divine splendor and beauty. And he has his pride, you know. See, as a great heroic Rakshasa, he thinks that everyone in the world will become slave to him. And that's how it has happened. Whatever woman he approached, except for some Rishi Kumaris and a few Apsaras, every woman whom he said, you know, out of force, when he approached some woman, they obviously cursed him. But when he kidnapped many women, and then they got so impressed by his bravery and courage, they accepted him. So this pride has gone into the head of Ravana, and this is why Ravana is pleading to Sita, and he is wondering, this human woman, you know, the great Mandodari has yielded to my desire. This human woman living in the forest, how can she reject me? So that is the pride Ravana has. And Sita is listening to all this in silence. And then what she does? She places a blade of grass, a straw, between Ravana and herself. She puts that. And then she starts talking. Trinamantaratah kritva pratyuvata shuchismita. Says the Kali. Why did she put that blade of grass? Great explanations are given for that one word, Trinamantaratah kritva, by the commentators of Ramayana. In olden days, the chaste woman, they won't talk to another man directly. They will always talk through a medium. They will say, oh bird, like that. They will not address another man directly. So she talks to this Parapurusha, the other man, Ravana, through that blade of grass. So that is the conventional answer. And the next, and what she signifies through that. Oh Ravana, all this great pride and tapasya and the boons that you have, they are all like this blade of grass for me. I am Rama's wife. I am his chaste wife. Whatever, don't think that I am like all the women that you have conquered or whoever else who have yielded to your desires. I am Sita, and all this is like a blade of grass for me. That's what she signifies. Then the third, oh Ravana, all these things that you boast of and you are arrogant with, all this will become like a blade of grass when Rama comes to know that here is where I am, and when he takes his bow and arrows and comes in front of me, comes in front of you in battle, you will be like a blade of grass. You will be killed in a moment. And then Sita starts talking. Sadhu dharmam avekshasva. Sadhu vratam jana. Oh Ravana, are there no good people in this whole city of Lanka to advise you? You have so many wives. Devote yourself to your own wives. Why are you coveting another man's wife? You kidnapped me like a coward. You boast of so much bravery. Did you really fight with Rama? You don't even have the courage to stand in front of Rama. You deceived both Rama and Lakshmana with the golden deer when they were away in the ashram. You came in the disguise of a sadhu, and then you kidnapped me. Do you consider yourself as a brave man? A brave Rakshasa? Fie on you, on your bravery. Sita roars like a lion there in front of Ravana. And then she says, oh Ravana, I am telling you, Rama is Sharanagata Vatsala. Even now the time is not lost. You become Rama's friend. Though you did such a disgraceful act, Rama will forgive you. If you sincerely go to him and fall at his feet, you hand me over to Rama, saying that I committed a mistake. Rama will forgive you, and you will be saved, and this whole Lanka will be saved. And if you don't do this, be ready to face Rama's arrows. And out because as a ruler of your cruel act, all Rakshasas are going to die. Your whole Rakshasa clan is going to perish because of your act. So even in that moment, Sita, like a mother, she is Jagajanani. So even to Ravana, who is her tormentor, she shows compassion and she gives this advice. So Ravana is listening to all this. His anger only increases. Vinashakale viparita buddhi. And he doesn't listen to any of this. And then he says, oh Sita, are you advising me? Enough is enough. I am giving you just 1 month. Within 1 month, if you don't change your mind, I am going to eat you. I lusted you. I really pleaded so much with you. Now I am going to behave like a Rakshasa after a month. And then he orders all the Rakshasas. Oh Rakshasis, you coerce her. You keep brainwashing her again and again. Talk about my pride. Talk about my greatness so that she changes her mind. And if she doesn't change her mind, even after this 1 month, you kill her and bring her body as my breakfast. So he orders to all the Rakshasas like this. And in anger, and so still Ravana is not able to control his lust. He spoke these words, and he is dazed, and he is standing in front of Sita. And then all the other wives of Ravana, oh king, look at this girl. She is so skinny. We don't even understand why she looks so beautiful to you. Come, enjoy with all your other wives. So they drag Ravana away from that place. And Sita is crying when after Ravana's leaving. Why is Rama not coming to rescue me? So she is saying within her mind again and again. And Hanuman is watching all this. And once Ravana leaves, the Rakshasis start all her tactics. They surround Sita. And one Rakshasi says, "Hey Sita, I simply don't understand your foolishness." And then she starts telling her with very nice words why it is good for her to accept Ravana. Then the other Rakshasi says, "Hey Sita, I am going to eat, I am going to really strangle you now. I have been seeing you for so long. I want to eat your liver. I want to strangle you. I am imagining how your meat will be very tasty." And then the third Rakshasi, she brings a spear. She says, "There is no point. She is not going to listen to us. Let us now kill her right away. Why to even wait for the 1 month deadline?" So, like this, all the Rakshasis are tormenting her. Hanuman is highly agitated. Hanuman is watching all this, and Sita is just quiet. She's just sitting. She is telling these Rakshasis, "Oh Rakshasis, why are you trying this in vain? I am like Savitri, who followed her husband Satyavan even to the death. I am like Damayanti, who went with her husband Nala all the way to the forest. Give up all these cruel tactics of trying to harass me." And when all the Rakshasis are doing this, another very elderly Rakshasi, Trijata, so she comes, hey, get away. She makes other Rakshasis go away, and she says, "Sita, I saw a dream in which, just before waking up, I had this dream. There is a white elephant with four tusks. I saw Rama and Lakshmana seated on that elephant. And then you are standing down. Rama gives his hands, and you also climb that elephant. All three of you are going into the clouds. And in the next scene, Ravana and all the Rakshasas, they are seated on a donkey. And with all their ornaments and all gone, they are going towards the southern direction. So what this dream tells me is that you are going to unite with your husband, and Ravana is going to die, and all the Lanka city is going to be destroyed. This is what I saw in the dream." And then she tells all the Rakshasis, "Oh Rakshasis, don't think she is an ordinary woman. Fall at her feet now, so that when the whole Lanka is destroyed, at least you will be saved, because you were nice to her, and out of compassion, she will spare your life." She advises all the Rakshasis. And then the Rakshasis, they are also a bit terrified. And the Rakshasis start sleeping. And Sita, now her face gets slight cheer after listening to Trijata's dream. And then she again thinks, there is only 1 month of deadline Ravana has given. What is going to happen to me now? Why Rama has not come? I have lost all my hope. I have cried so long. I don't think now I should live. So Sita makes this decision. And her long hair, which is tied into a plait, so she makes one round into her neck. And then she says, "I will hang myself in this tree." And then she makes another knot out of the edge of her sari, so that, and I will die now. So she gets up, and Hanuman is now completely shocked. Oh, she is going to kill herself. That Hanuman thinks that. And at that moment, some Shubha Nimittas start happening in Sita's body. So her left hand starts throbbing. Her left leg, her left thigh, her left eye, all these starts throbbing. And as per the Nimitta Shastra, for woman, if the body parts, if the limbs on the left side start throbbing, that means that something good is going to happen to them. Okay? So Sita thinks, why are all these Shubha Nimittas happening to me? I mean, after all this suffering, am I really going to listen to some good news? So now she is in double mind, whether to go ahead with her decision of ending her life. So Hanuman is seeing all this, and now Hanuman thinks very fast, what should I do now? Should I just jump in front of her and prevent her, physically prevent her from committing the suicide? And then, I don't know how she will react. She will think, this is another trick of Ravana, because Ravana can take any form. She is already used to all these cruel tactics of Rakshasas. She may just get terrified and go ahead with her decision. And then all the things that I have done till now will go waste. Now Hanuman thinks, I should really make her gain confidence. And what is the best way? And then he starts, now I will start singing Rama's glories. I will start telling Rama's story in a very sweet and gentle voice, so that it will give her hope. Then he starts telling, he starts saying Rama's story. Raja Dasharatho Nama Ratakunjaravajiman. Once upon a time, there was a king called Dasharatha who was born in the Ikshvaku lineage. He was ruling the kingdom of Ayodhya. He had great armies of horse and elephants. He was ruling the kingdom so gracefully. And his eldest son was Rama. And his brothers was Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrugna. In a sweet voice. And Sita suddenly got shaken. Where is this voice coming from? Who is telling me this story? Am I dreaming? So Sita just can't believe her ears. I have been thinking all along about Rama. So this is some kind of hallucination. So since I am in my heart, I am only thinking about Rama all the time. So this voice, is it heard from my head? And then the story continues. Rama, the eldest son, he was a great Dharmatma. To keep his father's promise, Rama came to the forest with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshmana. They all three were living happily in the forest. So now Sita further thinks, the story continues. It didn't stop. So somebody is telling this story here. In this Rakshasa Nagari of Lanka, in this sweet and gentle voice, Rama's story I am hearing. And then says, the gentle Sita, she was kidnapped by the Rakshasa Ravana. The story still continues. Rama and Lakshmana, while searching for her all around the forest in despair, they came and meet the king of monkeys, Sugriva. And then Sugriva sent monkeys all around the world to search Sita. Now Sita looks up. She looks all the four sides. And then she spots one small monkey hidden in the leaves. She looks at that person, and then that monkey starts speaking. Out of those monkeys, I am Hanuman, one of them. For your sake, I have jumped and leapt around this great ocean of 100 yojanas. I searched all around in this city, and the lady I am seeing in front of me, I am thinking she is the same lady whom I have been searching all along. Then Sita is completely shocked and bewildered. She thinks, a monkey telling this story? And then she just gets jerked and moves away and thinks. She faints, she falls, because she is so overwhelmed in this emotion that she just can't control herself. She faints. After a few moments, she wakes up. And then he sees the tree again. Oh, this is not a dream. This is not hallucination. I am really seeing a monkey who is talking to me. And it is said that looking at a monkey even in a dream, is inauspicious. And looking at a monkey in front of me, oh, what big danger it is going to bring to me, or to Rama, to Lakshmana, to all my clan. Oh, Devas, all the Devas, I pray to all the Devas. May all of them protect Rama and Lakshmana. Nothing bad should happen to them. So just like an ordinary woman, Sita starts doing all this, praying all this. And then that monkey further starts talking to her. Who are you, O blameless lady, with eyes like lotus petals? So Hanuman decides, before even starting this story, in which language should I talk? Should I talk in pure Sanskrit? In a chaste Sanskrit language? Then Sita will think, because she knows that Ravana is a master of all the Vedas and Shastras. If someone talks in pure Sanskrit, she will immediately think that it is Ravana's trick. So I will start talking in common people's language. Manusham Vakyam Arthavam. So that she thinks that it is someone else. So in the same language, Hanuman continues. Who are you, O blameless lady, with eyes like lotus petals? You look like a daughter of a king and a wife of a king. If you are Sita, the daughter of Janaka and wife of Rama, please tell me. And then Sita just can't believe. She says, I was about to end my life. How true it is that joy comes to a survivor, even if it takes 100 years. So there is a proverb. So Sita thinks, people say that however suffering you are in, however great grief you are in, even if you are in that grief for 100 years, after 100 years, cheer will come. I have heard this prophet. Is it coming true in my life? So Sita thinks. So then Hanuman, he climbs down from the tree. He starts coming near Sita. Then she sees Hanuman in full. She starts doubting. Oh, this is Ravana in the form of a monkey. Oh, are you Ravana coming in the form of the monkey? Go away, go away. And then Hanuman thinks. Hanuman understands Sita. Okay, how troubled this lady is. And then he says, no, trust me, oh lady. I am not Ravana. I am a messenger of Rama. I will start singing the glories of Rama again for you. And then Sita says, even if you are a Rakshasa, whoever you are, starts talking about Rama. That itself will give solace to my tormented heart. Then Hanuman starts telling the glories and virtues of Rama. Adityaiva tejasvi lokakanta shashiyata. Rama is like sun in his splendor. He is like moon as he is loved by all. Raja sarvasya lokasya devo vaishnavano yatha. Rama, through his dharma, protect all the worlds. Even he is living in the forest. In his majesty, he is like Kubera. Satyavadi Madhuravak. Rama is established in truthfulness. He always speaks sweet words with everyone. Rupavan Subhaga Shriman Kshamayatvi Samaha. His beauty is unparalleled. And in his patience, he is like earth. Sthanakrodha Prahartacha. In his anger, he is like fire. When he gets angry with his enemies, he finishes them in a moment when he gets enraged. And then he says, don't be troubled, O lady. Now that Rama will know that you are here, Rama's arrows are going to come and they are going to destroy this Lanka, this city of Lanka, and you are going to be rescued. You will be reunited with Rama. And he comes near and then he says, Vanaroham Mahabhage Duto Ramasya Dhimataha Rama Namankitam Chedam Pashyadevyankuliyakam. Oh, Sita, see this ring which has Ramanama, which was given to me by Rama. So he gives Rama's ring to Sita. Sita takes it. She puts it in her heart and she she puts it in her eyes and she does abhisheka to that ring with the tears of his eyes, and she places it in her head. She is so overjoyed as if she met Rama himself in that ring. And then the Sita is emotionally overwhelmed in that moment of seeing Rama's ring again and again. She kisses that ring. She again keeps it in her hand. She keeps looking at it. So now she is fully convinced that it is Rama's messenger who has come. And then her heart, from the heart, finally comes out of the great shoka she was in. Sa Rama Sankirtana Vita Shoka Ramasya Soke Na Samana Shoka Sharanmukhe Sambuddha Shesha Chandra Nisheva Vaideha Suta Babhuva. This Rama Sankirtana has relieved Sita of all her shokas. And now she resembles the night of the autumnal bloom, Sharad Ritu. How the night of the Sharad Ritu will look so pleasant with moon, stars and clouds. Such peace and heartfulness and cheer Sita attains at that moment of seeing Rama's ring. Now she inquires, how is Rama? Has he become indifferent to me? Does he really make effort to search me, to wage war? Now that he would he make effort to wage the war and find me, rescue me? And then Hanuman says, "Oh Devi, Rama is so troubled in your separation. Rama cannot even eat or sleep properly in your separation. He sleeps very rarely. And even in those rare sleeps, when he wakes up, Siteti Madhuram Vani Vyaharam Pratibudhyate, Sita, Sita, Sita. With these words, he wakes up. And Rama's life, he is holding his life. One moment, his life is with himself. In the next moment, the life goes out of himself. Because you are his life. Just like the way people, when they churn curd, in the churning, it goes out and comes in. Like this, Rama's life is getting churned in your separation. And so then Sita says, "Oh Vanara, your words are like nectar and poison mixed together to me. They are like Amrita and Visha combined. Now that I know that about Rama's well-being, it is like Amrita to me. But look at my condition. That is like poison to me." And then Hanuman says, "Devi, why do you even wait for Rama to come and wage a war? Sit on my shoulders. Right away, I will take you out of here." Then Sita laughs. "Oh monkey, you are so small. So you are going to take me on your shoulders?" So then says, "Devi, you have only seen one form of me. Now look at me." Then Hanuman grows into this big form. And Sita looks at wonder Hanuman's great form. Then she says, "Oh Vanara, what great bravery, what majesty you have. You have Rama in your heart, and you have all the parakrama in the world, not just to carry me alone, but carry this whole Lanka on your shoulders. Such is your valor. But I am rejecting this proposal, because Rama abducted me like a coward. Ravana abducted me like a coward when Rama and Lakshmana were away. If you are carrying me in the same manner from this land, from this place, what will happen to Rama's honor? What will the world think about Rama? And if you carry me on your shoulders and the Rakshasas start attacking me, and they might again capture me and incarcerate me, and even if you are able to fight all the Rakshasas and take me to Rama, still that will be a blemish on me that Sita sat on the shoulders of a monkey to reach Rama. The world will speak so ill of me. And out of my own will, I don't want to touch another person, though you are like my son. Ravana abducted me forcibly, but out of my own will, I won't sit on your shoulder. Then Hanuman goes to Rama. I fully understand. I respect you, Devi. And then he says, don't worry. The Vanara, you have only seen one Vanara here. And I am like a very humble, small monkey in that whole big army. The army has many great warriors, and I am such a small person there, in a big gang, when they just call, hey Chotu, come here, do this. I am that kind of person. So with so much humility, Hanuman speaks to Sita. And this army is going to come fight with Ravana, and you will be rescued. And then Sita gives many messages to Hanuman, and she narrates one episode where in the forest, when Rama and Sita were in some very happy moment, there was a crow. There was Indra's son Jayanta, who came in the form of a crow, and he hurt Sita, and there were drops of blood from Sita's body coming out. Rama got enraged looking at this, and then he launched Brahmastra to chase that crow. The crow, which was Indra's son, he really wanted to play a mischief. So he went to all the three worlds, and neither Indra nor Brahma nor any of the Devas could save him. They all told him, you have done droha to Rama, and none of us can save him. And then he came and fell at Rama's feet. The crow, please save me, Rama, I have committed a mistake. Then you withdrew your Brahmastra. And then the crow's one eye was cut off as a punishment. So just because a crow hurt me like that, you launched Brahmastra. Now this Rakshasa is tormenting me day and night like this. Oh Rama, why are you not coming and waging a war for me? So Sita says, so convey this message to Rama. And finally she takes out the Chudamani. Chudamani is crushed jewel. She said, this jewel was given to me by my mother during our marriage. It is so dear to me. And Rama and I have loving memories of this jewel. Once in the forest, when we were walking around, out of tiredness, my tilaka, it just came off. I was wearing the tilaka. So Rama saw me. Then he just took a stone, a colorful stone that was lying around. He just scratched it on the earth, and he made a nice tilaka with me in my forehead. Touching that Chudamani, I still lovingly recall this incident. Give this Chudamani to Rama. He will remember all this. So then Hanuman takes that Chudamani, and he takes leave of Sita. And now he thinks, I have met Sita. A messenger just doesn't stop with the work that was assigned to him. He always does something extra. Now I have to really make a mark that I have come here. I have come to Lanka. So then he starts really breaking down all the pillars and the trees, and he creates havoc in the whole of Ashoka Vatika. And all the birds fly away, all the animals run around, and there is a big noise, and all the Rakshasis wake up. Oh, a big monkey is destroying this garden. Run. There is a big commotion, and they all go to Ravana and report that a monkey is destroying Ashokavana. We suspect that this monkey has come and it has met Sita, and she has even talked to her, the monkey. We don't know who sent that monkey. Then Ravana, he calls his army, Kinkaras, go and fight with that monkey. If that monkey has so daringly done all this, it doesn't look like an ordinary one. Then the Kinkaras goes, and Hanuman, now he gets a fight. Hanuman gets very happy. Oh, and then he uproots the trees and the small stones, big stones, and he fights with the Kinkara army and he trounces them within a minute. News goes to Ravana. And then Ravana sends Jambumali, another big Rakshasa with a big army. Jambumali fights, he shoots so many arrows in Hanuman's body. And Hanuman is, a golden yellow in color. And with the blood oozing out of his body, he really looks like the evening sun, which is setting over a mountain. Hanuman looks so beautiful with those arrows pierced in his body. And he kills Jambumali. Then Ravana's own son, Akshakumara, he comes. He comes in a flying wheel, a flying chariot. So he gets into the sky, and there is a fierce fight between Akshakumara and Hanuman in the sky. And along with the chariot, Hanuman grabs Akshakumara and throws him onto the earth. Akshakumara dies. And then Ravana calls Indrajit and says, "You are the warrior who is befitting to fight this big monkey." Indrajit goes and he fights with Hanuman for some time, and then he realizes that, and then Ravana had already told him, "Capture that monkey. I really want to see who such brave monkey is." So he shoots Brahmastra on Hanuman, and Hanuman has a boon that no astra will affect him, but still he wants to give respect to the Brahmastra. He wants the world to know that even the greatest warrior, a divine warrior, will have respect to the Brahmastra. So he allows himself to be bound by the Brahmastra, and then all the Rakshasas are happy. "Oh, we have caught the monkey, we have caught the monkey." So they are all coming. They are tying Hanuman with some ordinary ropes. And then Indrajit thinks, "Oh, these stupid Rakshasas, if they bind him with ordinary ropes, the binding of the Brahmastra will go. Now the monkey is going to fly off." So he doesn't know Hanuman's plans. Hanuman then becomes very ordinary monkey. So he just bears, he tolerates. All the Rakshasas start pouncing him, kicking him. They drag him on the streets of Lanka. See, Hanuman happily tolerates all that. Okay, let them have some fun. It's all for some days they are going to have all this. So they drag him on the streets. They take him to Ravana's court. And Ravana inquires him, "Who sent you?" The Devas. Indra sent you, Varuna sent you, Yama sent you. And then he says, No, Ravana, not any of those Devas. Because you have got such great varas from Brahma that you think that no Deva, Asura, Yaksha, Gandharva, Kinnara, nobody can vanquish you. But there are two people who have sent me here, one Nara and one Vanara. The Nara is Sri Rama, the king of Ayodhya, who is in the forest exile now. And the other is the king of monkeys, Vanara, Sugriva. So they give you a message that you have kidnapped Sita Devi and kept her in confinement. Hand it over to Rama. If you do so, you will be spared. Otherwise, this entire Lanka will be ruined. Ravana gets very angry. "Oh, monkey, you have so much audacity to come and talk in front of me like this." Then he orders all the Rakshasas, "Kill this monkey." Then Vibhishana stands up and says, No, brother, he has come as a messenger. No brave king kills the messenger. If you are really a warrior, you should fight with the man who sent the messenger and defeat them in the war. So don't get a disgraceful name by killing this monkey. Then Ravana thinks, okay, but this messenger has killed our warriors. He has destroyed our goddess. Some punishment should be given. So this is a monkey, and tail is the dearest part of the body for a monkey. So let us burn his tail. Oh, Rakshasas, come here. Set fire to his tail, so that when he goes back, he will become an object of ridicule without tail. So then all the Rakshasas come. They put some clothes, they put oil, they set fire to Hanuman's tail. Hanuman is happily allowing Rakshasas to do whatever they want. And when his tail is set fire fully, Nothing, Hanuman doesn't feel any sense of burning. Then he thinks, why? Why this fire doesn't burn? Then he thinks, oh, it is Sri Rama's grace. It is Sita's anugraha, due to which the fire doesn't burn. So meanwhile in the Ashoka Vatika, all the Rakshasas come and tell Sita, oh Sita, you didn't tell us that a monkey came and talked to you, but we all know, that monkey's tail is now set on fire and the monkey is going to burn. Then Sita really thinks in his heart, oh, Hanuman, who came here and gave solace to me, would such a thing happen to him? Then, within her heart, she prays to Agni, saying that, oh Agni, if I am in Sri Rama's heart, and Sri Rama is in my heart, and if I am going to reunite with Rama, if this is going to become true, become cool to Hanuman. And then, at that same moment, Hanuman feels that it is due to Rama and Sita's grace that the fire doesn't burn. Then he thinks, okay, the fire has been so kind to me. Now I want to be kind to fire. I want to really feed Agni Deva. A very big feast I want to give to Agni Deva. And then he just jumps. And then he jumps from palace to palace. All the streets of the Lanka city with his fiery wall. Hanuman is jumping around and the whole city of Lanka is burning. It is in flames. It is as if Hanuman is conducting a huge yajna by making the whole Lanka city as the ahuti. And Agni is burning and Rakshasas are screaming, running around here and there, and the Lanka Dahan is happening as a precursor to the great war that is going to come. So Hanuman decides to go back now, and he comes to this Arishta hill, and from there he is looking at this great spectacle of the golden Lanka burning in flames. Suddenly he thinks, what a monkey am I? I burnt this whole city. The city where just some time back I met Sita. I have burnt Sita also along with the city. The moment this thought comes, he hears some voices of some charanas who are celestial beings walking in the sky. They are saying, what a wonder, what a wonder. This whole city is burning, but we see one tree and Sita below that tree, intact. It is not burning. So then Hanuman thinks, how can fire burn the fire? Sita is like fire. It is the Agni of her Pativratya which is protecting her. How can fire? Fire does not burn fire. And then he again flies back to Sita, and then he does a final namaskara to Sita and comes back. And now Hanuman is really cheerful. See, he extinguishes his fiery tail in the ocean, and his return leap is very fast. And he makes a big roar, Jai Shri Ram, and all the Vanaras standing on his shore. He hears this. They are saying, oh, look at the way Hanuman is coming. Hanuman has accomplished his task. And that is why he is coming with such a great cheer. And he lands on the Mahendra hill. The Vanaras receive Hanuman. They all embrace him. They all carry Hanuman over his shoulder. And there is great joy. And Hanuman narrates what happened in Lanka to all the Vanaras. They all become happy. And then they, with great speed, they fly to Kishkinda, where Rama, Lakshmana and Sugriva are there. And Hanuman comes. Sugriva already has got the news. He got the news that Vanaras are merry-making. So they enter a grove called Madhuvana, which is like Sugriva's royal garden. and except the king, nobody is allowed there. But these Vanaras go and they eat the fruits, they drink the honey, and they do a big partying there. So Sugriva makes a guess that if Vanaras did all that, that means that they are going to bring some great news. So they fly out, and Hanuman is in the front. They all push Hanuman. Hanuman, go! You are the achiever among us. You are the hero. Give this news to Rama. So then Rama comes in front. Hanuman comes in front of the whole assembly, and then he turns to the southern direction and he does a big namaskara. Then he says, "Sita, Drishta Sita!" He cries. Sita has been seen. I have seen Sita. So Sita is living as an epitome of austerity and chastity. She is suffering all the torment of Ravana and the Rakshasas. Like a fire, she is living in the Lanka. He gives this news to Rama, and he conveys all the messages that Sita asked him to convey. But nowhere he mentioned his deeds, how he killed all the armies, how he burnt Lanka. Nothing he says. Such humbleness Hanuman has. And then he gives the Chudamani given by Sita to Rama. Rama takes it, and tear drops fall from Rama's eyes on the Chudamani. So Rama keeps the Chudamani in his heart. He feels so happy, as if he has met Sita herself. And then so with this great deed of Hanuman, the Vanaras, the entire assembly is happy. And then they decide what is our next course of waging the war, to start for the war. And Rama gets up. He says, "Hanuman, such a great thing that you have done. I don't know what to give to you. So I am in the forest. I am not even a king now. The only thing I can do is to embrace you." Then very tightly Rama embraces Hanuman, and Hanuman becomes such a blessed soul to receive Rama's embrace. So Rama embraces some of his dearest devotees. In fact, when he meets Guha, the Nishad Raj, the king of hunters and boatmen in the forest, Rama embraces him. Then later, Rama embraces Sugriva when he becomes Sugriva's friend. And now he embraces Hanuman. So with this, the Sundara Kanda comes to end, and then the Yuddha Kanda starts. In the great war, Rama and the Vanara armies vanquish Ravana and all the Rakshasas, and Sita Devi is rescued. With Sita, Rama comes back to Ayodhya. Rama Pattabhisheka happens with great grandeur in Ayodhya, and Rama Rajya reigns. And whoever listens to this blessed story of Ramayana with devotion, idam pavitram papagnam punyam vedaisya samhitam yap pathet ramacharitam sarva papai pramuchyate. Whoever listens to this blessed, auspicious story of Ramayana, which is equal to the Vedas, idam pavitram papagnam punyam vedaisya samhitam yap pathet ramacharitam. Whoever listens to this blessed story of Ramayana, sarva papai pramuchyate, they will be relieved of all the sins, and all their dharmic desires will come true. Whatever task they want to accomplish, it will all come true, and Sri Rama, Sita and Hanuman will always bestow their greatest blessings on them. With that, I will bring this discourse to an end. Janaki Kanta Smaranam, Jai Jai Rama Ram.